Stand by. Coming to you, Christy. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Christy Hairston, your first virtual president. Before we get started, I'd like to say a special thank you to our sponsors for sponsoring this event. Thank you to Stand Up Guys, Durham Farms, First Community Mortgage, Capstar Farmington, Local IQ, FBC Mortgage, David Weekly Homes, Regions Bank, First Bank Mortgage, THDA, Tennessee Title Services, Homadi.com, and Diligent. Now, I know this year's installation looks different, but help us make this day special for the incoming board by commenting, sharing, liking, or tweeting. We'd love for you to follow along. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're watching with. Now, let me take a look and see who's commenting. Oh, great. I see that people are logging on and getting onto the video, so that's fantastic. And keep doing that this whole time. Thank you for everyone who's already tuning in. Now, at this time, I would like to thank the following board members who have completed their term to the Greater Nashville Realtors Board of Directors. Andrew Terrell, immediate past president. Stephanie Brooks, director. Debbie Owen, director. Thomas Rassis, director. George Rowe, director. Now, it's that time of year again. It's Awards of Excellence time. If you registered for this event, you will earn 2 Awards of Excellence points. This is the last event of the year to earn points. Now, to view those points, log into your member portal. Please give us at least the end of the week to get the points from today uploaded to that portal. As a reminder, you only need 4 awards points to qualify for an award. We decided early on in the year to amend the required numbers of points to qualify for an award from 8 to 4. This amendment will be in effect for the 2020 Awards of Excellence only. Now, if you don't have your 4 awards points, don't stress. You can still earn 4 awards points by making a contribution to RPAC, Public Education, or Habitat. You will receive 1 point for a $100 investment to RPAC, 2 points for a $200 investment to RPAC, 1 point for a $100 contribution to Habitat, or 1 point for a $100 donation to Public Education. If you have questions on awards points, please email Lindsay Kazaya at lindsay@greaternashvillerealtors.org. Now, have you completed more than 45 hours of post-licensed real estate education this year? If so, you should consider applying for the Education Achievement Award. Realtors who earn the award will be recognized at an association event. Now, you can apply at greaternashvillerealtors.org. When you get there, you will find the form under the Education Information tab. Now, let's go back and check the comments and see how many people are joining us live on screen. So look, there's so many people already commenting. I'm seeing people saying congratulations and giving congratulations to Brian, which we're so happy to celebrate with Brian. And then lastly, I see Brad on here congratulating. I'm so glad that we're all having this opportunity to share within the excitement with one another, even though we're not face to face. So remember to continue to do that all the whole time. So seeing lots of congratulations to Brian, and thank you again to all those board members who have currently served. Now, as a reminder, Nashville has established the Rule of 8 within the Reopening Nashville Phase 3 guidelines. Nashville also requires a face covering or a mask in public places. So open houses will continue, but under the Rule of 8. So that means no more than 8 people can be inside the home at a time. Now, it's important for us as realtors and our entire industry that we abide by these rules for the safety of the community and to ensure that the real estate industry continues to be able to operate as an essential service. Thank you for your continued work to ensure we remain essential. Now, thank you for tuning in today. Continue to comment and share with your friends and colleagues while you watch this special installation. We will get started in just a few minutes.
Welcome to the 2021 Greater Nashville Realtors Board of Directors installation. With Maureen Adenubi, your 2020 chaplain. Special guest, Esther and Micah Copeland. Christy Hairston, your 2020 president. Andrew Terrell, immediate past president. Special guest, Christy Wilson. Special guest, Alice Walker. And your soon-to-be 2021 president, Brian Copeland. Please welcome your 2020 chaplain, Maureen Adenubi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maureen Adenubi, and it is an honor to serve as your 2020 chaplain. It has been a challenging year. So many things were lost and gained. However, we stand together as one to continue to provide the gift of homeownership to those who desire to be homeowners. Please bow your heads with me as we pray. Lord, we ask for your blessings as we start this gathering today and honor you. Thank you for the opportunity to serve both our community and each other. We are grateful for the protection over us, especially these last few months. We ask for your guidance and blessings on those being installed today and those who have served us so diligently as they take their next steps forward. We thank you for our many blessings. Amen. Please welcome to the stage Micah and Esther Copeland, who will lead us in our pledge today. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, please welcome your 2020 president, Christy Hairston.
As I reflect on a year that none of us could have prepared for, when I stood in front of you almost a year ago asking for two things for 2020. One, to embrace the abundance mindset, that there is enough business for all of us. And two, to tell our realtor story so that consumers know what realtors really do and how vital it is that they have an advisor and an advocate. There would be no way to know that those two key points would be so important in a year of constant change and adjustment. It began with a study of Metro's finances, where we partnered with the Chamber to produce a report that uncovered the lack of Davidson County's rainy day fund for disasters. You know what happened next. Tornadoes touched down in several counties, followed by a pandemic that would shut the entire country down for a short time. During this unprecedented time, our CEO and advocacy team moved swiftly to ensure that the governor's office understood the realtor's role in consumers' everyday lives. Due to that quick communication, realtors were deemed as an essential service since the beginning of the pandemic. This designation has changed the consumer's mindset regarding the importance of realtors' role in the housing transaction and the economy. We are essential. During the onset of the pandemic, not only was our association advocating for the right for realtors to be essential, but at the same time, changing our entire business operations to ensure we were able to meet the ever-changing needs of our members. Our education is essential. Since the start of the pandemic, Greater Nashville Realtors pivoted early on and started to offer virtual classes on April 21st, 2020. We have had over 329 hours of virtual education, as well as welcomed 518 new members virtually to the association. Our advocacy is essential. At this time, I would like to welcome our 2020 RPAC Chair, Mr. Andrew Terrell, who will share some essential advocacy numbers.
Thank you, Christy. As of November 17th, 2020, we have $173,545 in 2020 RPAC investments from 2,745 investors. Despite the challenges 2020 brought, our association was able to thrive in our mission to protect homeowners for generations to come. Thank you to all of our major investors who contributed to RPAC this year.
Thank you, Andrew, for serving as the 2020 RPAC Chair. Our partnership with Habitat for Humanity is essential. This year, we came together and built our 24th Habitat for Humanity home. Danny Herron, CEO for Habitat for Humanity, said even in the midst of unprecedented time, realtors showed up. We have successfully raised enough money to build our 25th Habitat home for next year. Now, here's a video of the impact your donation of time and money had on our 24th annual home build recipient.
My name is Stephanie Head. I'm originally here from Nashville, Tennessee, and I work at Belmont University. I was living in an apartment complex where it wasn't so great. Noisy neighbors, old apartment, and I just wasn't happy with it at all. Before I got in the Habitat program, oh wow, it's kind of hard because I had a child, and he had trisomy 13, and he died. And he was 6 years old, and for me, home ownership, it does mean freedom for me. Oh, it also means, it means a lot. It means something I can call my own, something that I can pass down, something that I know that is mine. something that I know that I can have for a long time. That's what home ownership means for me. I'd like to add that thanking Greater Nashville for being my sponsor, and also for giving me the washer and dryer also. It was big help. And without you guys, I know this probably wouldn't have happened. So I do thank you all for being my sponsor. And I also like to thank Habitat for giving me this opportunity to be a homeowner. Without them, it's possible that I wouldn't be a homeowner. So I would like to thank them a lot because they gave me this chance to be a homeowner.
Thank you to all of our members for contributing to this year's build and giving the gift of homeownership. With the uncertainty of the market, we listened to our members and started to provide weekly updates on the housing market, as well as expanding on our monthly data to break down each county. We were committed to making sure you had the tools you needed to be essential. You are essential. Thank you for showing up for your clients this year consistently and safely. Your commitment to your clients and our profession has made a profound difference in our economy and in the lives of so many homeowners. This year, I made a promise to you that your association was willing to take the next steps with you. I hope that you've seen that exemplified in our ability to change and adapt to help meet your needs. As we move into 2021, we close one chapter of the Realtor story, but we must not forget all that we have overcome this year. Now, more than ever, we are reminded what is important: family and time with each other. We need to cherish every moment as we walk together into the future. Let's continue to tell the Realtor story, the essential story of how each one of you is making a difference in your clients' lives each day. That's who we are. Let's take a look at how we were able to adapt and change together to best serve one another this year. This is the last time I stand before you as your 2020 president, but you will forever be part of my Realtor story, and you are essential parts of the future moments to come. Thank you. At this time, I would like to thank one person who has been there for me throughout this year by providing guidance and support. This individual was essential to my success, and words are not enough to thank him for getting me through this most challenging year. The recipient of this year's 2020 Greater Nashville Realtors President Cup is Andrew Terrell. Andrew, if you could come, please join me on stage. At this time, please welcome to the stage Christy Wilson, who will be installing our 2021 Board of Directors.
Thank you, Christy. It is such an honor to be here with my friends today as they take the oath to go into the next year of being on the Board of Directors or an officer of the Greater Nashville Realtors. I will now call on the 2021 Greater Nashville Realtors Board of Directors for the installation. First, the officers. Steve Jolly, President-elect. Brad Copeland, Secretary-Treasurer. Kevin Wilson, Vice President. Waddell Wright, Vice President. Christy Hairston, Immediate Past President. And now the directors. Anna Altick, Tara DeSelms, Jack Gaughan, Courtney Genrath, Megan Manley, Latanya Martin, Lee Fund, Ray Thomas, Sheila Tidwell, Colin Wainwright, Nathan Weinberg, and Amanda Christ, our Dixon Chapter President. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws and Constitution of this association? That you will observe and enforce the Code of Ethics of the Realtor Association? That you will uphold and support the State Real Estate Commission in enforcement of the license law? That you will, in all your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of our state, the high purposes of your association, and the welfare of its membership? If you do, please say, I do.
I do.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim you and each of you as duly elected and officially installed and inaugurated to the office to which you're elected. Congratulations. Thank you to our 2021 Board of Directors for serving. We look forward to the year ahead. At this time, I would like to welcome Alice Walker, who will install your 2021 President, Brian Copeland.
Thank you, Christy. I'm Alice Walker, the 2011 President of Greater Nashville Realtors. It's such an honor to be a part of this special occasion. Over a decade ago, I was fortunate enough to have coffee with Brian. He talked about his passions for this profession and the people who are a part of it. I could not have imagined that shared moment would lead to me being a part of this special moment. Brian, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws and Constitution of this association? That you will observe and enforce the Code of Ethics of the Realtor Association? That you will uphold and support the State Real Estate Commission in enforcement of the license law? That you will, in all your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible, endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of our state, the high purpose of your association, and the welfare of its membership? If you do, please say, I do.
I absolutely do.
By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim you as duly elected and officially installed and inaugurated to the office to which you've been elected. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce your 2021 President, Brian Copeland.
Thank you, Allison. I love you so much. Before I begin, I would like to honor Christy Hairston for being an outstanding president during this challenging year. Christy, Please accept this as a token of our appreciation for your service to Greater Nashville Realtors.
And now, for the first time, your 2021 president, Brian Copeland.
If you search hotels on TripAdvisor in the Los Angeles area, you'll discover one of the top 5 ranked hotels is a place called Magic Castle. As you scroll through the photos, you'll find a crummy looking little motel. The rooms are gross, the bathroom's gross, the pool's gross. So why is it top ranked? Because they have a red telephone by the pool. 24 hours a day, you can pick up the red telephone. They'll bring you a popsicle 24 hours a day. Magic Castle has learned that as long as they provide powerful moments, their customers will love their experience. Our team's theme for 2021 is creating powerful moments. With 2020 causing us to re-examine the way we do everything, our staff, our board of directors, and all of our committees will be asking one simple question as we approach everything we do for you, the member. How do we create powerful moments for you? As realtors, we face more challenges today to stay central to the transaction than ever. And Lord knows I see it all as I started the Middle Tennessee Realtor Facebook group back in 2010. Whether you find yourself frustrated that an agent entered your client's home without permission, or that the listing you've worked to get perfect has errors on syndication sites, or your client's dream home is costing more due to infrastructure, regulations, and government entities that they have placed on your property, or competition from disruptors, the list goes on and on. Now, whether you're an appraiser who's being pressed now more than ever to meet high demand on price-accelerated markets, or you're a commercial practitioner who's seen vacancy rates like you've never seen before. A property manager is dealing with tenants who can't pay and landlords who are feeling the squeeze of it all. Or a realtor service provider affiliate whose business depends on getting face-to-face with realtors. Our team has already started strategizing to continue to stay awake at the wheel as we dig deeper into these issues. We will continue to focus on all issues as they relate to our 4 pillars of service: advocacy, professional standards, professional development, and member experience. Diversity, inclusion, and equality will remain front and center as our team starts to take a deep dive into the issues that lend themselves to dividing us rather than bringing us together. Teams will be ramping up our advocacy infrastructure to assure we are thought leaders and partners with our Metro Council, even when we may not see eye to eye. We're lining up some of the most innovative, timely, world-class education to ensure there's no excuse for unprofessional behavior. Our events will get a makeover as we start to thrive in an ever-evolving pandemic world. Throughout this year, we want to hear from you. We want to know, what are the popsicle moments you need to thrive in tomorrow's marketplace? My Facebook inbox, my mobile number, my email, they're all in the RealTracs roster, and they're open to you 24 hours a day. Now, there are so many people who are part of this moment for our team and me that I have to thank. It's been a unique road for me to this job. Little did I know when Alice Walker, who actually installed me today, she sat down to take me to breakfast after I won Rookie of the Year in 2006. She said, "Brian, we gave you one of our top 3 awards at this association. Now, what are you going to do for us?" Before I knew it, I was on the Affordable Housing Committee that she was chairing, and she would eventually be president of Greater Nashville Realtors. I didn't know back then either that my route would take me a long ways to get here. I was vice president of the National Association of Realtors last year and president of Tennessee Realtors in 2017, yet had never been president of Greater Nashville Realtors. There was another plan for me, but I can tell you today that pathway from national to state has made me more prepared to be your president in 2021. I also need to thank my sweet family, Greg, Esther, Micah, Mom, Dad, Brad, and Molly. You guys are always there for me. Megan Manley, Sarah Freeman, Belinda Smith, Ronnie Lee Booth, Gina Miller, Christina Pettigrew, you've all had my back throughout the years on my team. Kendra Cook, Lucy Smith, Price Lecklider, Alice Walker, Hagen Stone, Cindy Stanton, Denise Cresswell, Andrew Terrell, and Scott Troxell, who continued to keep me on the radar as service pulled me in so many directions. Share Powers, I saw you installed as Tennessee's next president for Middle Tennessee. You are the godmother of my children. You are family. Thank you for everything you do continuously to be my rock. The Greater Nashville Realtors staff, they're led by Jaron Springer, and every day they're awake at the wheel, doing everything they can to create magical moments for you as a member. Bobby Noreen and Mark Deutschman. I started my journey in real estate at Village Real Estate. It will always be home. And while I own my own company now, Bobby Noreen was core in making sure that I was the professional I needed to be. Mark Deutschman taught me how to be meek and calm and keep the ego out of business. Thank you guys. Elizabeth Mendenhall, John Smaby, Ron Phipps, Steve Brown, Frank Serio, Jackie Leavenworth, Christine Hansen, Tracy Casper, Del Chumbley, Maura Neal, Bobby Howe, Mike Gong, Leon Dixon, and my entire Freshie family for being editors, friends, and people who believed in me when I needed it the most. Christy Hairston, oh my gosh, you've had an amazing 2020. Wasn't what we expected, and as you always say, well, it is 2020. You've been an amazing president, and to watch you rise to leadership throughout this year has been my pleasure. Steve Jolly, you amaze me. You're a technology genius, and I can only aspire to be as strong as you are. Kevin Wilson, as our vice president, again, you are an educator's dream. You know what is at the heart of professional development, and thank you for sharing those talents with us. Waddell Wright, it's so great to have a commercial practitioner on the executive committee. The commercial voice is so important, and you are the perfect person at the right time for this committee. Our 2021 committee chairs, Denise Moore, membership, Abby Murphy, Habitat, Von Rich Creek, grievance, Karen Roach, awards of excellence, Elizabeth Smith, public education, Josh Stimpson, chaplain, Jennifer Weinberg, Young Professionals Network, Nathan Weinberg, Real Tracks Advisory, Waddell Wright, commercial, John Brackeen, housing opportunity and affordability, Julie Casassa, Realtor of the Year, Sam Coleman, arbitration, Brent Cooper, Habitat, Rebecca Cooper, professional development, Amanda Christ, Dixon chapter president, Tara DeSelms, RPAC, John Dotson, legislative, Christy Hairston, nominating and bylaws, Nancy Malone, professional standards. And finally, and most emotionally for me, the LGBTQI Realtor family who has stood beside me unapologetically through the years. I've had too many situations that have made me work smarter, and each one of my LGBT peers just kept pushing me and encouraging me. All voices have a place at our table. You belong here. Moments matter. While we do not know what 2021 holds for us, one thing you can know for a fact. At Greater Nashville Realtors, you're at the center of every moment. Every powerful moment we create today and into our future. Thank you.